Hey, what is up, Flavor family? It's Bobby, and today we're gonna rock a quick and easy lamb stew in the Instant Pot with lots of yummy Moroccan flavors. Because I don't know where you're watching from, but today in Chicago, it is cold outside, and this is exactly the kind of dish you wanna make. Snuggle up on the old couch with and watch some Netflix marathon, baby. So let's do it. Moroccan lamb stew. Spiced lamb browned in the Instant Pot and cooked with butternut squash, veggies, cinnamon, and apricots, and finished with a pomegranate molasses yogurt sauce. So before we get started, hook me up and click that old subscribe button, and better yet, there's a little bell down there. If you click that, you'll get a push notification. We're going live once, twice a week with some of the healthiest, best recipes on YouTube, and we would love for you to join the Flav City community. All right, this recipe starts with 1.5 pounds of lamb stew meat. It's lamb shoulder that's cut into 1-inch cubes, but we're gonna make this delicious Moroccan spiced rub that's gonna go on these before we brown them in the Instant Pot. So let me push that aside, and we're gonna start, obviously, Art, what spice are we starting with for my spice? Yeah, if you don't know by now, me and smoked paprika are BFF. So let's go ahead and add about 1.5 teaspoons to this bowl. Then go in with 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Give that a good mix up. Now spill out the lamb onto this board here. Let me add a little shot of oil to it. Then pinch over a nice amount of salt. And then let's dust over the spice rub. So go ahead and mix that up. Now that my hands are all schmutzy, Art, I need you to drizzle a couple teaspoons of oil into the pot.
Trust me with that?
I do trust you with that, yes. I'm using olive oil here. You can use avocado, you can use grapeseed, but don't worry. Oh no, go more aggressive. Yeah, keep going. Go. Chug, 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 chug. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, and stop. So go ahead and put the meat into the Instant Pot. I gotta admit, the browning power of the Instant Pot is legit. I tried doing this in another multi-cooker from another brand. Did not work nearly as good. So let's let that do its thing for about 8 minutes on all sides, and then we'll yank it. All right, it's been about 7 minutes. Let's take a look in the pot. Perfect. See that piece right there? That's what you want. That layer of flavor, that caramelization on the lamb is gonna add so much flavor. So let's get it out of the pot. And I've been lazy before. Actually, recently on the Flav City Instagram stories, I skipped this step when I made some beef stew, and it wasn't as good. It was just missing that one layer of flavor. In addition to browning the meat, we have all those sticky bits on the bottom of the pot. That's gonna release into our stew, into our vegetables, and add so much more flavor. Speaking of, I have some butternut squash. I have carrots, celery, and onions. Let's add those to the pot, along with just under 1 teaspoon of salt and a few cracks of black pepper. I'm actually gonna add just another shot of oil because I can see the pan's a bit dry on the bottom. All right, these vegetables have to cook for a good 15 minutes. It's all about cooking them down, releasing their moisture and intensifying their flavor even more. In the meantime, we're gonna hit my first flavor booster. I'm really drawn to Middle Eastern, Arabic spices. When Desi and I went to Jordan and Israel recently, we had so many amazing foods and spices and flavors. So I'm gonna bring some of those inspirations back. And even though it's Moroccan spiced, and I've never been to Morocco, Art, in my head, this is the flavors I would encounter if I went to a souk or a market there. Before we put the lid on this pot, we're gonna make a little flavor bomb. So you take a tea packet here. I bought these empty tea bags from Amazon. Let's take a cinnamon stick, break it in half, add it in the tea packet. Let's take a cardamom pod, crush it to release the seeds inside, add that, then add a couple cloves and 1 star anise. And then go ahead and close up the tea packet. Then take some fresh thyme, strip the leaves off by going the opposite direction. Finally chop about 1.5 teaspoons of the thyme, add that to the pot, add 4 cloves of garlic that are finely minced. All right, really good things are happening in this pot. The smells are unbelievable. Now, we did 1 flavor booster before with the tea packet. Now, I wanna get a little bit of sweetness in there. So to stick with that kind of Moroccan and Middle Eastern vibe, I'm gonna take about 1/2 cup or 3/4 cup of apricots, spill them out into the board, and just give them a chop. I love apricots. I think they're underrated and underappreciated in the US. But think of what's gonna happen when they pressure cook in here with the cooking liquid, some wine we're about to add. It's gonna offer sweetness. It's gonna tenderize the lamb even more, and it's gonna kind of emulsify into the sauce and be so good. You could also use raisins. You can use prunes. I could even use dates. All that would be good. All All right, see what I just did? I splashed in a little bit of water because it was getting a little too brown on the bottom. And Art, take a peek in here. That just kind of breaks the fry. It turns it more into like a steam or a sweat now. So I don't want that garlic to burn. Now, to add a depth of flavor to this stew, I'm gonna squeeze in a good 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I love tomato paste in the squeeze tube. I remember the good old days of having to do it in the can and then leaving the can half full and getting nasty. But cooking that tomato paste for a minute is gonna add a ton of flavor without having to add any canned tomatoes to it. Then I'm gonna come over to Grandpa's old medicine cabinet here and grab some Pinot Noir. Optional, but if I take the time to reduce that and cook it, it's gonna get like really, really rich and flavorful and kind of have that cherry and wine notes in there. It's gonna be delicious. So let's add half a cup to the pot. See, this is what braising and slow cooking or Instant Pot pressure cooking is all about. It's not about chucking the things in there and just push and go. It's about building the flavor. So even though it's only gonna cook for 30 minutes, you're taking the time to get max flavor out of this dish. All right, the wine has almost cooked down. All right, come in here and demonstrate how you smell the pot.
It's a wafting motion, like in chemistry class, right? Or at least you're supposed to do it that way.
I don't know, yours is very classy. Art needs a monocle and a glass of bourbon if he's gonna do that. All right, let's put everything back in the pot. So let's spill the meat back in. Let's add the apricots. Now, I soaked some chickpeas overnight. Art was just asking me why I don't use canned chickpeas. 2 reasons. The texture is way too soft and mushy, and they're sitting in that starchy fart water. Some people call it aquafaba and make vegan meringues out of it. That's only in emergency situations. Soaking your own dried chickpeas or garbanzo beans is way better. So let's add about a half a cup or so, and then add some beef stock, just enough to come up about halfway on the lamb. And then last but not least, let's grab our flavor bomb tea packet full of the spices. Then let's do 1 more pinch of salt, a few cracks of black pepper, and then let me check my notes, make sure I covered all my bases. No, there's 1 more. There is a bay leaf. No braise in my book is complete without a bay leaf. Just one of these dry beauties adds such a perfumey flavor. I love it. So drop that in. All right, stir that around. Slap down the lid to the IP. And then let's set it to pressure cook on high for 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's make the yogurt sauce with the pomegranate molasses. I'm gonna make this actually vegan or dairy-free by using this cashew yogurt that Art just said, that's not yogurt. But I'll give these guys a shout out. They make a really good cashew yogurt that if you're trying to avoid dairy and you still want yogurt, this one's really good. So let's add about a half a cup in here. That's good. And then if we're gonna juice a lemon, you know we're gonna first zest it. So go ahead and add the zest of half a lemon. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon in here. Then grate in 1 clove of garlic. Let's add a teaspoon of fresh parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a couple cracks of black pepper. All right, mix that up. And then I'm gonna wait on adding the pomegranate molasses because I don't want it to stain the entire yogurt. It's color, but check this out. This stuff I picked up in Tel Aviv. I went to an Arabic store. Look at this, Art. It's just pure pomegranate juice reduced. But I also want to garnish with a little bit of pomegranates and then take a wooden spoon or a large metal spoon and just spank it or tap it all around and spank it pretty hard. And then check it out. Look at that. You open it up and almost all the seeds are gone. Let's safely release the Instant Pot. Oh man, as soon as the aromas come out of here with that cinnamon and the spices, that smells amazing. I cannot wait to open up that pot. By the way, in the meantime, I ended up getting all the pomegranate seeds out of 1. All right, look at this. Look how much seeds came out of 1 of these large pomegranates from Costco. This is insane. All right, let's open the pot. Ooh, that smells good. Wow, look at that. The apricots have swelled with all of that delicious cooking liquid. The chickpeas are cooked through. Let's first get rid of our tea bag and our bay leaf. They've done their duty. And I find if you just mash the lamb and mash some of the chickpeas, it kind of thickens the broth naturally. The wait is over. Let's plate this dish. Let's grab a big scoop of the lamb stew. That looks phenomenal, you guys. Add that to a bowl. Then go ahead and add a spoonful of the pomegranate molasses to the yogurt mixture and just swirl that a couple times to marble it. And then add a couple spoonfuls of that on top of the stew. Add some crushed up pistachios for crunch, some of those pomegranate seeds, and some fresh parsley. And there it is, you guys. If you eat with your eyes first, like they say you do, this is gonna be off the charts. Let's try this. All right, come in here. You guys, No joke, the flavors and textures in this stew are off the charts. First of all, the lamb is perfectly spiced and seasoned and just falls apart. But then I'm getting sweet, I'm getting sour, I'm getting spicy, I'm getting crispy bits on top, I'm getting that pop of the pomegranate seed.
Well said.
This is like, honestly, a party in my mouth. And everyone is invited. I don't care how cliche that is. You guys, the recipe is down below. You have to make this recipe for a cold winter day on the couch, streaming away with this in your belly. The macros are down below. The storage, the reheating. The cool thing about the soups and stews and chilies is they get better the next day.
That's true.
And the following day. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving this holiday and winter season. Hook us up. Share this video. Sharing is caring. If you want to see 2 more Instant Pot videos, check them out right below us right now. But we will see you soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love, peace. Did you nail it? Kale it. Peace, guys.